Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday Night Music Show, where sometimes we occasionally actually talk about music. And as always, we have our superstar producer, Howie Darkstar, here. We have Pastor Jay Brennan from Swing in Temecula, California.
Hey.
And I'm wishing Jay all the luck in the world to get a word in edgewise, because we also have the man, the myth, the legend, Sparky B is with us tonight.
Sparky.
Yes.
Sparky. Oh my God. What happened to your finger, Sparky?
I was fixing it. Well, do you want the made up story or the real story?
Tell us the interesting story.
Yeah.
No, I'll just get right into it. So I thought I'd do like the husband thing and try to fix the dishwasher myself.
Oh.
And so I saved $200 by not having the repair guy come out, but I guess it evened out with the emergency room business. So.
Oh, gee, here I thought you were going to tell like an ethnic joke. Name the ethnicity and go, hey, how do most ethnicity people break their finger?
No,
when they get punched in the nose. Yeah.
No, I didn't want someone to come across. I didn't want anyone to come across the screen and slap me.
No slapping. No slapping tonight.
No slapping here ever.
So I need to introduce Sparky to everybody. I'm going to call him Chris a lot. It's interchangeable. I've known this guy the longest of anybody here on this panel. I've known Chris.
Wow.
I first went to the very first Mobile Beat show that I was invited to. And I've never said this publicly, and I wanted to say it in front of everybody. I have so much respect for you for a lot of reasons, but one personal reason is that when I walked into the ADJ family, if you will, you had been the guy there for many years. And I came in, and instead of seeing me as a threat, you took me in like a brother. And I really appreciate that. That was huge on you, dude. Yep.
Let's hug it out.
Yep. Hug it out.
Hug it up.
So
no worries. You've always been my brother, dude. We've been all over the place too.
Yes, we have. We've been
countries and
yes. You were in Germany with me.
Yeah, we
were in Netherlands together.
Yeah,
were in the UK. Yeah.
Everyone says I should write a book, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm happily married right now, and I don't know if a book would do that much.
Yeah, not the time. That time is that ship has sailed.
Yeah, it has. So we definitely have some stories to tell, don't we?
But the cool thing about Chris is that if you've ever been to a Mobile Beat show back in the day when ADJ used to do the customer appreciation parties, he was the guy who brought in a lot of the major recording acts because he knows them personally. He actually tours with them on the college circuit and such. A lot of 90s hip hop artists. And you've introduced me to like Vanilla Ice and tons of people, who was a really good guy, by the way, who's I guess too busy to talk to us now, right?
Yeah, he wouldn't sign your album when we were in Atlantic City a couple of years back.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that last one a few years back. So hopefully it was still a good show. I was surprised when they brought him back again.
I didn't even see it, but I have video of him, and he signed my stuff, and you introduced him to me. We had a good time, and that was fun.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he's a real good guy.
Rock star. And you introduced me to Skilo and all kinds of people.
Skilo. Yeah. I wish I was a little bit shorter.
Yeah. What are you, like 7.5 feet tall?
With heels.
Right.
With heels. Well, yeah. I am too, but not many people know that.
So Howie, man, it's good to see you and Jay and man.
Sparky, it's so good to see you, man. You're
faces, man.
You've been a legend to me. I haven't gotten to meet you yet, but you can count on a big hug from me.
Done. Maybe, people have been asking me for the last few years to come out to one of the DJ shows, and just with what I've got going on at home and just doing my own thing here and not really having a sponsor or anything. I didn't want to be because I've been out of that circuit for a little bit, and I didn't want to be that guy showing up in like one of these things. And
Well, are you a professional wrestler now? Is that why you
Jesse
have that?
Ventura is totally coming back, so I can see
No,
the
well,
choice.
yeah.
I
So
thought it was a filter.
doing
I kept looking Jesse Ventura filter, and I couldn't find one.
No, so my wife hated this, but during COVID, the beard got really long, and my oldest daughter, kept wanting to put the different color rubber bands in it, so I went Captain Lou.
Oh, that works.
Albano,
man.
yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, I
So
remember
between
Cindy
that and the
Lauper.
jacket. Yeah. So we were having some fun with that, but needless to say, between my wife and the two daughters, the three women took control, and I had to cut it all off eventually. But yeah,
Sparky's new drag show featuring RuPaul.
Well, I think
Stop
Jake.
it.
I think Jay can definitely back me up on this. When you go to a show non-sponsored, it's pretty cool because you have no obligations.
Yeah.
So that's where I was going with it. Enough people have reached out to me every time a show comes around. Like this last one in Vegas, it happened last month. They're the new, what's it called now?
Max Mobile Entertainment Expo.
It was the photo booth.
It's photo booth, but it has all right. It's the worst example of how to fit in a relative at the holidays in your house by putting them in the garage on a cot. That's what it felt like.
Jay,
everyone's in the house.
Tell us how you really feel.
Drinking, and then the redheaded stepdaughter over here gets shoved to the DJ side with no carpet, no aisle, and I'm looking around like a prima donna. I'm like, why is there no carpet? And everyone's looking at me like, is there normally carpet? I'm like, yeah, dude, 20 years ago we had carpet. Things aren't getting better.
So there was no carpet in the aisleways?
No. Now you see, you would get that too. We didn't even have it in my booth. And I look at my guy and I'm like, how come we don't have carpet? They said we didn't need it. I said, I'm standing for 9 hours on cement.
Wait, it was just cement?
It was just a cement floor. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we used to have foam and carpet.
No,
all that
that's
stuff.
my point. That's my thing. But see, you understand the shows the way I do.
Oh, and there's no way.
I've done a couple. I've done. I think I've done 2 mobile beats where we didn't have a presence, and I came in, and it was kind of exciting because everyone knew me, and was like every 5 minutes, like, "Oh man, where's the booth? Where's the booth?" And I didn't have to go there. I'm like, we don't have one. Hey man, can I talk to you later? I'm like, 1 drink.
Yeah.
Like I just was very clear with everybody. 1 drink. No, I'll buy you 10 drinks. I just want to. Can you tell me when you're coming out with this new thing? I'm like 25 drinks. Yeah. But I think you enjoy it from the perspective of an attendee and looking at it because you see things very quickly that are wrong.
Well, I would like to just jump in here and formally invite you to join our crew in Atlantic City this year because
you should come to
just gonna say that, Brian. Oh, get out of my fucking head. Sparky, you are cordially invited to play at the Chill event at
you should MC it.
We'll just come and hang out with us.
He could MC it.
You don't gotta work. Just come and hang.
Just come and hang out, man. If you want to do a set.
No, I got to interrupt real quick. I just thought of something. Did you introduce me at NAMM once at the Hilton when I did the heavy metal video show? Were you the guy? You were the one doing the.
You were emceeing that, weren't you?
Yes.
I just remembered that.
Yes, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
You were MC for that night. That's right. I totally forgot about that.
Dude, I've had so much fun in the past with all you guys.
That was a blast that night.
Well, it ain't over.
Well,
Brian's video, the drummer from Saliva was filming me play him on the screen. He's like 3rd guy in the crowd, and Brian is filming the drummer from Saliva, watching Saliva on the video screen on the set.
Dude, that's crazy.
That was a great night.
That's awesome. So DJ Expo, is it what it has always been?
No, it's much smaller, but the way we look at it, I think,
except for this year, it's going to be bigger than last year.
What, coming out of COVID, bigger?
Well, yeah, because I booked Brian and myself. I booked a room for us 6 months out, and they only had 2 double queen size bedrooms left in the whole entire and we got a smoking one for.
Well, what Chris is, I think, referring to is, I mean, we used to get like 5,000 people in there. You know, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
But don't you think that the manufacturers, there's a lot of them coming back? I mean, certainly Pioneer is going to be there. They've got 2 new products.
Yeah.
Well, no, there'll be manufacturers, but it'll be good.
FZ. Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome.
It's not like
a tutorial.
2008, 2009 attendance. No. It's.
But
I think it was probably a good 3,000 this year.
Good thing though. Do you think? Because last year was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like a band of brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, we
had fun.
We really had.
Our crew had fun because we were a crew. You know, that's why we had fun.
But it'll be much bigger this year than even last. And I think even Pioneer, along with everyone else, was shocked at the number of people. I spoke to the people that run the show. I'm friends with them. And they have no need to lie to me. They were like, Jay, we're at least 1,200 over what we were hoping to get to.
Wow.
And I think the numbers I heard from them were between 2,800 and 3,200.
Nice.
You know, and I agree with Brian. Back in the mid 2000s, the problem with Expo, though, Mobile Beat, if you have 4,000 DJs, they're there for 3 days. With Expo, you have 3,000 on Monday, 4,900 on Tuesday.
They drive in from the city. Yeah.
And then 400 on Thursday. Because they come in for a day and then they hop out.
It's like,
I didn't know if maybe it went from like DJ Expo to like a CES crowd or something like that in the last couple of years.
No, pretty much. Jay's right, though. The guys that come in later, especially the guys that come in the last day with the trailers, they're the multi-op guys looking for a deal. I told you, Jay, that one time I got on I attempted to get onto an elevator, and this guy had bought 10 SRT 1000s when you had a limited supply. He must have been the guy that bought them all.
Yeah.
He had them on a rock and roll cart in the elevator, and I was like, I'll take the next one.
Yeah.
You know.
It's always been known for that. It was known for the promo-only Pioneer show.
Yeah.
Where, you know, the likes of a Lady Gaga could get broken to a bunch of idiots in, you know, the House of Blues.
Right.
And for having deals. We had that Virgil Abloh Off-White DDJ 1000. I think they made 500 that were released in the world. There were 20 of them. That was the arrangement with the dealer for Expo, was they got 20 to sell at Expo, and they sold them out in a day and a half. And when Virgil Abloh died in October, they went from 3,500 on eBay to like 8,000. And for a fan to put that on your wall,
well,
they're gone.
You know, speaking of dying, I have a confession to make.
Okay.
I never know who the dead rapper is on the headline news. I never know who they are.
I saw that, and I'm the same way. Okay, you have Little Nas and you have Nas. Is there a medium Nas?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
No, there's only big and Lil. There's no mediums.
I got a name for you.
Oh my God.
I got a name
for you. If I go through the drive-through, I can't get a medium.
I got to throw a name out to you though. Okay,
Yeah.
And I think I'm saying it right. Gunu. Anybody?
Gunu, the guy that played Saturday Night Live last week?
Did he play Saturday Night Live last week?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
No.
You got me.
Okay, he died.
You're kidding.
But no, he didn't play last week because he died 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Then it was somebody else with one G name that played Saturday night, and I'd never heard of either.
Right. So Gunu died a couple weeks ago. All right. And the news story today, they did like a weekend at Bernie's with him at a club in DC. They brought him into this club and propped him up dead on the stage.
That sounds like decent.
For reals.
A weekend with Bernie. A weekend with Bernie. There you go.
You sure it wasn't Gumu? He could be a
Goonew. Gunu.
Remember Eddie Murphy's? The Gumu. Gunu Gumu. That's what you go say. That's your wife, your Gunu Gumu Bigfoot. Maybe that's where he got the name. Like Gunu Gumu.
I don't know.
Gumu. I thought that was Goonie Goo Goo.
Maybe it was Goo Goo. I don't know.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Maybe he misunderstood it too.
But it's not just me, right?
No. The last
No.
rapper
Do you know
I
Lil
knew
Pump?
died was Biz Markie. That was
Right.
what, a couple years ago now.
It's like you either die before your household name or you live to be like, 103. It's like one or the other.
Right. Mm-hmm.
No, it's the young one. Little Pump died, and literally, if you weren't a fan, no. Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Pop Smoke died like 5-6 months ago. Nobody over 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now he's got like 3 songs in the Billboard Top 20.
Of course he does.
But he's been dead for 6 months.
Yeah.
Last one I heard about, not rapper, but that Taylor Hawkins thing.
That was
caught me
different.
off guard.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally
that,
caught me off guard.
that one. Yeah,
That
was
really
threw me
was.
for a loop.
It
I mean, I
did.
knew who he was. I knew him. I knew his face.
Well, he started out with Alanis Morissette.
Yeah,
Did
Did he? I didn't know that.
Jobs. Yeah, he was,
that was
the drummer
his first
for
job.
her.
That's where Dave Grohl saw him.
Mhm.
He was on one of Elton John's albums too.
Yes,
I heard.
he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he
done
was
a lot of
studio
stuff.
work.
He was a hired gun for a long time. Yeah.
I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but just real quick, if you look at the top of this, it says notably infected. This is a group of 3 DJs, me being one of them, that every time anybody of any status dies, we tell each other. And it goes back to, I don't think you know this, Sparky, but I think Brian and Howie do. I was at NAMM 2005 with Kevin Fumaso from IDJ Now, Pulse from Pioneer, and myself, and we saw Sinbad. And Kevin's a big Sinbad fan, so he goes, man, I'd love to get a photo with Sinbad. I'm like, oh, we'll go over and talk to him. We all get a photo with Sinbad, and when I get mine last, I go, man, so sad about Johnny Carson. What do you mean? I go, oh, he died this morning. And Sinbad, and right before my eyes, fell apart. Started to cry, got on his phone, called his manager,
Wow.
like crying. So Kevin's like, good job, Jay. Way to ruin Sinbad's show. You should probably go. Yeah, that's Sinbad.
Yep.
There you
Yep.
go.
That's Sinbad. And it literally
Before Jay gave him the news.
Yeah, before I gave him the news. It's since
Yeah,
then,
he was
it's
laughing there.
just been this like ongoing thing about, whoever
Well,
dies. So I end up hearing about all the C.W. McCall. Convoy died Friday.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned that last night's show, and it was a cheerful moment, and I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome. I'm here to bring
really-
up spirits
Really
and
brought
smiles.
the room up,
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
I need you
Hey,
to
I don't
let me know. Please let me know when BJ McKay or Bear dies. That's what I need to know.
From BJ and the Bear.
I guess. I don't know who the hell you're talking about. This might as well be a rapper who
There's
died.
a band called The Bear. And the guy goes, where'd you get the name? He goes, my roommate went out with this girl one night and we said, how was it? He goes, I didn't get the bear. And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, BJ and the Bear, but I didn't get the bear.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a takeoff. Yeah.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Family show, Jay.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. No.
Sparky's here. We've gone blue.
How we dropped an F-bomb like 3 minutes in, and it's all gone downhill since.
I'm trying to be nice.
I
Well,
know.
yeah, well, so am I. But well, you never know what old White Claw over here is going to do once he starts pounding them down. He starts saying all kinds of stuff, and then we have to go to a completely different rating.
Let's go.
Me,
Oh,
I'm
never
gonna
mind.
drown from all this water.
That's funny. So who knows? I might see you guys getting back to it. I might see you guys in when is it? August?
Yeah, yeah, I'd love to see you.
Yeah.
Second week,
August
I think,
8,
Sparky.
8, 9, 10, and 11. Yeah.
I mean, the way we work it is, we'll all communicate with each other, who's landing when, rides, all that stuff. We try to, keep it within the fam and, save some
Anybody-
bucks and make it fun.
Anybody
doing
coming
something
in
with the-
within an hour or two of Brian and Philly, you can sit in the back of my pickup.
Yeah,
No
you can ride in the back. It's about it.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
Only if
And-
we go to Gino's.
Oh, well, yeah, that was a tradition for a long time for you,
Yeah.
Brian, wasn't it?
Yeah, we go with the EDJ crew. Chris, were
That's
you
a
with me
Dowdle
the
thing.
year? Huh? Yes.
Dowdle thing.
So it's
No,
a Dowdle, and
I
Alfred does it too.
Oh, okay.
I was not. Where you went in the back room.
You weren't with us?
No, I was not.
Oh, that was neat.
Yeah, yeah,
Sparky,
I could imagine.
Sparky, do you know how to do the cheesesteak stance?
No, I do not know. Do the
because there's so much cheese. You have,
cheesesteak.
if you're standing, you have to lean against the wall with your elbows and eat because the cheese will drip down and you don't get it on your clothes, especially the outfit you have on tonight.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely don't want to get any cheese on me.
And you kind of arch your back a little bit. Think New York 77, 78 Times Square.
Yeah.
Like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, see if you can't make that
That's
work.
what they call it. They call it the cheesesteak stance.
Yeah. Or the Pizza Delivery Boy movie, one or the other. They both work out to the same thing.
Well, we'll see how that works out. Let me look at the calendar. I know I'm doing something with the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I think, the week before. So I'm pretty sure it's a week before. So
yeah.
Oh, I just picked this up. Did you mean to drop this name, Sparky? I just picked this up. The NFL Hall of Fame. I didn't know if you meant to.
Like you never do that, Jay.
Every chance I get.
Apologize.
I whore with that.
I apologize.
He did it so casually, though.
I might have a show that I might not want to miss. How's that?
Oh, there you go. You know what I think would be interesting, Brian, for people watching this that don't know Sparky's past, without going like huge, but as you and I and Howie and everyone else knows, he knows everyone. I mean, we talked about a month ago.
The real rock star.
Yeah, and it was about gear. I was helping him with some stuff on his gear. And then it turned into this, like, we probably spoke for, it seemed like an hour about bands and artists.
Oh, this last time?
Yeah, last time you and I spoke.
Oh, yeah, dude. We chopped it up for over an hour, probably.
Yeah, it was a long call. Can you, in like a nutshell, kind of give how you got involved with acts and how you've stayed kind of in contact? Is there like a secret sauce to what's kept you on a Vanilla Ice's, phone or any other artists? Like,
well, everyone thinks like I'm best friends with Ice, and I got to tell you, I might see him once a year, if that. The whole Ice thing, I just did a bunch of shows with him back in the '90s, and we just kind of, kept in contact. I was more in contact with his manager than anything. But the long and the short of the story is how I got started with the acts. Back in the early '90s, I thought I was the next Marky Mark and Vanilla Ice, and we all know the video and the infamous "I'm the Man" video. And we
were watching that the other night.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So I was working with a radio station here in Cleveland in that time frame, and I was the guy. I did some performances of that song, but it was always more geared around my DJ show. And, I've got the big flowery carrot top looking prop cases out on stage, throwing stuff into the crowd like I always have. And I was going on between all of those acts. So back in the day, they used to do free concerts, and it was 7, 8, 9, 10 different track acts that they were doing the show for free and all. Now everyone gets paid. But so anyhow, every one of those acts saw what I was doing, and I wasn't the guy trying to scratch and be nice. I was more just entertaining the crowd with mic work, more or less. And a bunch of those guys, just kind of hit me up afterwards because they were just tracks in the day. They're like, "Hey, can you DJ for us?" So I'd start DJing for them, be the hype guy for them, and one thing led to another. One show turned into 2 shows, turned into 10 shows, and that's really about it. Just kind of kept in touch over the years with a bunch of them, and
you
like a lot of them though.
You got the voice for it though, man. Jeez.
Yeah, thanks, man. I don't try to be like the "Hey, what's going on, guy?"
No. Naturally, I'm like, I'll pay attention.
So
thanks, man.
So the thing that's weird about Chris, when he's on stage and commanding an audience, I've never seen anyone do what he does. And I can say that with confidence because he's doing it in front of other DJs, like a lot of other DJs. And if you want to lose people's attention quick, get a bunch of primarily guys that are DJs in a room. Try to engage them. This is not easy, but Chris can do it. He's an amazing host and MC, larger than life guy. No, you are. If I did it, they would boo me off stage. Nobody can do that.
and I appreciate that. Those shows, I've done some pretty large shows, but doing those mobile beat shows that I did, now that they're behind us, great memories and all that. But truth be told, every one of those things, man, I was always super nervous going up on stage because of that. I'm like, all right, this isn't like 5,000 girls in the crowd or anything,
right.
Like this is 1,000 or 500,000 or whatever, bunch of dudes.
There's like 10 chicks out there.
Yeah.
Who are like dudes.
Yeah. Kind of sometimes, yes.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
One of the guys.
Anyhow, it was always a good crowd, and everyone always made me feel welcome, and whether they were into it or not, at least they pretended. And
they didn't. They can't pretend. They're not that good. That's why they're DJs.
Yeah, right.
Well, listen, I always had fun with it, man. I miss those days, and it was some really good memories, though. So I really, really enjoyed all that.
Well, I'm of the opinion that the days aren't over. They're just on pause right now, and we'll be back out there having fun. But now it's scary because we're organized, so we're all together.
Yeah. Right. Now I feel obligated, like I have to go to Atlantic City.
Well, we'd like to obligate you to go. Yeah,
we'd like to.
Just to chill, hang out with us.
Here, I'm reaching through, twisting your arm.
Yeah, that's my nipple, Howie.
Oh, sorry. I was a little bit
He's
high.
tall, remember? Yeah, he's tall.
He's much taller.
You're lucky it was his nipple.
Yeah, that's why I stayed seated.
And that's why he's from Temecula.
Yeah, swinging Jay.
Looking out for everybody.
We want everybody to be happy at this party.
What did he say the other night? What was it? He had said that I was the one who told him that he lived in the swingers capital of the U.S. He had no idea.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Is Temecula really the swingers?
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Now,
someone's telling me
Jay.
this. Like, swingers. I'm like, I don't know. I know. Like, he's got to be a swinger if he lives in Temecula. So I'm talking to Jay. I'm like, dude, do you know you live in the swingers capital of the U.S.? I Googled it and everything. He's like, no, I do.
No.
And then the next one talked to him was like, oh my God, I do. I live in the swingers capital of the U.S. I had no idea.
That's
What
awesome.
did you say last night? I thought they were just new houses. I didn't know.
Yeah, a lot of those car key parties, I guess, that I skip over.
Car key parties.
Key parties.
Yeah. You know what? I have to tell the audience, if they get a moment, and we could probably put a link in the chat, we should probably, just to bolster the views, we should probably send them over to the Sparky B I'm the Man music video.
We should play it because we're not going to get copyright flagged for it.
Wait, Jay, don't be trying to change the story out of your like swinger capital of the world.
Oh.
Let's bounce back to Sparky's video.
Yeah.
No, that's Jay. Jay,
you still got the earring?
Jay, you were. I did both.
Nice.
Oh,
and I like the yellow raincoat.
Well,
I actually found the purple outfit. I actually found it at my parents' house. It was like all.
Oh, look who's here! Look who just joined us.
Oh,
he did he.
Unmute your microphone and say hi to us, Brian.
Say
Dowdle?
hey.
Yes,
Brian Dowdle.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh, B Diddy in the house.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you.
The kind of things that I do really sneak away. You guys are just talking amongst each other to make things like this happen.
Oh, there he is. What's up, buddy?
Were you on the phone and said, "Hey, man, come in the room"?
Brian got a package today.
Yes. Got some records from the BSR.
Nice.
All right.
Echo and the Bunnyman. Nice. Look at that.
Brian and I have a record exchange that we do when we can. And sometimes I drop the ball on it. And then he just reminds me, hey, dude, send me records. And so he got his package. He's been waiting a long time for that package.
Brian might be getting something on Friday.
Oh,
maybe.
no. Oh, no. So now I got to find something else for you. It's hard enough.
No,
Brian, I know Brian's taste in music. I do, and that's why I can pick things for Brian. Right. But it's hard for me to find things for Brian because of his taste in music.
Tried Depeche Mode.
Yeah, he likes that.
New order.
Yeah, he's already got all of that, though.
That's the thing. Yeah, you got to find something off the 101 that the B side no one ever heard. You know.
Funny.
Actually, you know what? Real quick, and if anyone's got it, please, I'll pay you for it. I used to have on CD, Duncan Sheik, whose big hit in the '90s was
Barely Breathing.
He did a version of Blasphemous Rumors, and I can't find it anywhere, YouTube or anywhere else. And it was a beautiful rendition of Blasphemous Rumors
Wow.
by Duncan Sheik. So if that comes across anyone's radar, hit me up.
All right.
By the way, the package Brian's getting as surprise, it's a light.
No.
Oh, records.
Records.
Not going to tell you what it is, but it's a light.
I got my fair share of lighting from Brian Dowdle. Oh my God, it's been fun.
Real quick, as far as like the old school music and going down that path, we're all familiar with the punk band Newfound Glory.
Oh yeah.
So one of my buddies turned me on to not the band, but he was playing like an old school remix of Tears for Fears, Head Over Heels.
Yeah.
Turns out that these guys have like 3 or 4 albums of nothing but movie hits that they've turned into like punk renditions of these things, and it's fantastic, man. You guys got to check it out. There's like 3 or 4 albums.
I was reading something about that the other day. It seems to be like a new kind of fad where they're doing that sort of thing.
Didn't Bowling for Soup, that punk band Bowling for Soup, they do a bunch of covers?
They did a bunch too.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Hold on, I'm getting into my Spotify. Let's see, Sparky Music.
Actually, Duncan Sheik has an 80s tribute album too, where he does Stripped, What Is Life, Shout, Hold Me Now, bunch of stuff. His style, very kind of acoustic-y. It's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, these guys have The Promise, Kiss Me, King of Wishful Thinking, Stay, Lisa Loeb, Don't You Forget About Me, Head Over Heels, Let It Go, the Frozen track. So anyhow. So not the.
I sent Brian some weirdo stuff though. He's got a real eclectic package there. There's some weird stuff.
You are talking about records now, right?
Yes, he's got some kind of weird master mixes that I don't know. They're kind of rare, but I had some extras and he got them. They've got some fun remixes on there, and I didn't know if you'd enjoy them or not. But do you remember Richard Lee from Master Mix in the UK? That's his father-in-law who did all that stuff.
Brian's?
Well, maybe you remember Richard Lee from Master Mix when we go over to BPM? Yeah. Master Mix is his company. Those are some records that his father-in-law did back in the 90s.
Wait, whose father-in-law? I
Richard Lee from Richard Lee, the gentleman who you may have met him at BPM before. Because Master Mix had a booth there.
Yeah, at the Master Mix booth, I seem to remember meeting.
It looks like Fatboy Slim.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, the Master Mix label. That's his father-in-law's label, and those are his father-in-law's mixes. He's the guy who did Jive Bunny, but they did a lot of other things too.
All right,
but we know that guy, so yeah, Richard
cool.
Lee's father-in-law.
Richard Lee was he did a performance at the BPM conference, Pro Mobile conference, just this last weekend, and they were using our On Tour Ice. He did like The Greatest Showman. I don't know if you've seen any of that, but that's Richard Lee from this past weekend.
Nice. Yeah, you weren't at that show.
No, I was not.
Yeah,
but Eddie was.
Right. Yeah, I saw some pictures on social media. We were talking about shows and talking about how we need to get Chris out to Atlantic City just to hang out as a civilian.
That'd be fun.
Like no jackets, just civilian clothes.
No, totally. By the way, I had the pleasure of hanging with Mr. Dowdle 2 weeks ago in Vegas.
Yeah.
Nightclub and now it's Bar and Restaurant Expo?
Bar and Restaurant
Nightclub
Expo.
And bar.
Of course. Yeah.
It's not nightclub and bar anymore. It's no more getting wasted, Girls Gone Wild buses, $25 Tase Me t-shirts, all that stuff's gone. All that stuff's gone. But yeah, they had the Avante the little, like, they look like little bookshelf.
Like a line array, yeah. Mini line array.
Yeah, it was really loud.
Mini line array, yeah.
Yeah, sounded great with like double 18 subs under it with that bar in the middle. Sounded great.
I've been very impressed with the Vantage so far. Anything that I've messed with, it's good stuff, and it's relatively reasonably priced, so it's good stuff.
Yeah,
I haven't checked any out. I'll have to look into it.
It's some good speakers. Nice. I think
your Chromic series is really nice.
Yeah, they look good too. There's a design feature that just gives them a classy look about them. They don't look like every run-of-the-mill speaker, you know?
Right.
And I think that's now with everyone's aesthetics of being a DJ. It's not just playing music. So many DJs can't play music that now they're going just for the look.
And by the way, anybody watching who has no idea who Brian Dowdle is, this is the marketing director of ADJ.
Yeah.
So, and a very good friend of mine, very good friend of ours.
Yep. Very good friend.
The legend.
Very respected in the industry.
Popping in as a civilian to hang out.
Yep.
He's been very good to me. I have some of these lights that you see on me now, I got from him.
Yep.
Or I won.
We're all fans.
I celebrated 28 years.
Yeah, I saw that. Your picture's on the wall.
It only took 3 years to get up there, actually. They just barely put it up a week ago.
Better late than never.
Brian, Toby should have your picture on the side of the building.
Is that in the lobby or what?
It's out in the warehouse right next to where you go into the offices.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's cool. Next will be a photo of the Chucky and the Scotty next to it, just to show the comparative points of interest from the past.
Ask Helen if she's got $1.
Ryan Red wants to know if you have $1.
Here we go.
He got you. She doesn't even know what to say.
What's that to say?
What? She said, "Dang it, he got me."
little game we've been playing for about 10 years now.
There you go.
Another show. Yeah. I just saw an opportunity and went.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You have to.
Yeah. Well,
if you don't pull that cord, when are you going to pull that cord?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we're all in agreement, Sparky, that you need to make an effort if possible to come out, even if you came out for a day or two. I think you'd really enjoy it and as Brian says, as a civilian, because it is a different experience because you're left to your own devices, but you can pick and choose where you are. You're not stuck in one area.
You're not too old to sofa surf, are you?
No.
Oh, all right, then you could do this on the cheap.
I actually, yes, I am.
I was
you're too tall.
I'm definitely too old. I'm too tall and too old.
Hey, dude, what am I? A year younger than you, and I'm a lot more crippled than you, and I still do it sometimes.
No, it's
the days of 4 DJs in a 2 twin bedroom, kind of like we're saving money, and we're all charging $1,000 a wedding. I've kind of reached that point of like, you know what, guys, I'll spend $300 a night for my own room. I'm at that point in life. I need my own room.
Right.
Well,
I like this. This is what I like.
Sparky, if you do come out, can you do me a favor and stand behind me when I do my live broadcast from the boardwalk? Last year we had our little posse and we went live from the boardwalk for the Monday night show. And just as I finished, I'm taking my phone down to put in my pocket, and here comes this guy who wants to steal my phone and run off with it. And I quick put it in my pocket, and I go, "That's right, you better run, you little bee," and I'm standing there all puffed up at my age, and then I turned around and there's like 2 guys. There was Bob Powell and some other who I can't remember. They're like 7 feet tall, and they're standing right behind me. And I thought I was the one that chased the guy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He wanted to steal my phone.
Okay, let me just get this straight. We started the show with you dropping F-bombs, and now we're on to B.
I
awesome.
didn't say the whole
That's
thing.
Awesome.
I said I didn't use the whole word. I said B because
kind of you. We already lost the G rating.
Yeah.
Is there a digital swear jar?
There is now.
Right. Actually, there is.
There is now with Diddy in the room.
Yeah.
Well, I've had some fun
now.
I've had some fun learning Brian's slur words. They're actually more fun than the real ones. So I use them. I've adopted heck yeah into my vocabulary. I've been using it for about 10 years now, and it's hilarious. I love using it.
I stole the Will Ferrell son of a nutcracker. I've been using that. I've been using that for
son of a nutcracker.
I've used that
with
2 kids now. I've used that a lot over the last 8.5 years.
How are the girls? All the girls, wife, kids?
6. Logan just turned 6, and Riley is 8.5.
No, how are they? Not how old are they?
Oh! I thought. Oh, yeah. Everyone's great. Everyone's great. Yeah. Good. So the whole family's good. Just got back from Disney. That was expensive.
Cool. Gay old time.
That's
a week of buying $82 churros is enough to put anyone in the
what? 80?
Yeah, the churros are out. That's the cheapest thing in the park, and it's still, you got to take it a loan to get them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dude, no, it was a good time. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
All joking aside, is it expensive? Yeah. And we're in Disney World, not land. Is it expensive? Yes. It's probably one of the most expensive trips. I saw a video. Someone took a 20-day Australian cruise. That was about $1,500 cheaper than what I paid to go to Disney for 7 or 8 days. But we had a blast, and as much as I yanked my wife's chain about it, we had a good time. It was fun to see the kids enjoying the princess stuff, and I have 2 little girls. I don't have a choice.
You have to do things. Yeah, exactly. You have to. Even out here.
Yeah.
They interviewed somebody going into Disneyland a few years ago from Ontario. And they're like, so this is your big trip? Like, we save up for this trip every year. It's the 3 kids, the husband and I. And they're like, hey, if you don't mind us asking, like, what kind of funds do you put aside? This costs about $12,000 for a week.
Yeah, it was.
I remember going to Disneyland, buying $69 3-day passes at Costco. Probably, well, it had to be about 15 years ago.
Yeah, those days are gone.
Oh, yeah. For perspective, though, I was there the week that Space Mountain opened at Disney World. And it was an e-ticket ride. They still had tickets.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I remember that.
You're freaking old, man.
Oh yeah,
I was there too.
I don't know. I come from that same school, so
yeah. You had to buy a ticket to go on stuff. Just here, give us $3,000 and we'll let you hang for the day.
Well,
pretty much.
Churros are extra.
Many of you don't know this, but if we don't talk about music at all throughout the show, we lose our BBC allocated sponsorship for music.
Oh, okay.
So we got to say something about music before the show's over. And
I did.
Well, I'm just going to make this the official one. Yeah, we talked about Dead Rapper.
What about Guana?
Well, what I was going to ask you is this.
And Sparky pulled up his Spotify list.
What I was going to ask you is this.
I did.
Put your thinking caps on, gentlemen. All of you.
Here we go.
What's the best use of a sample in a song that you can think of?
Ice Ice Baby.
That was quick.
I would have said Summertime.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
You're talking about Jazzy Jeff?
Yeah.
With Summer Madness?
The only reason I brought
Summer Madness, but Summertime from Kool and the Gang.
Summer Madness, yeah.
Well, I call it Summertime.
The only reason I brought
my own name.
Ice is because it's so iconic, with the Queen bit and all that, and all the hype around it and everything. So just one of the first ones that came to mind. I
gotta admit, I like No Sleep Till Brooklyn too. I think taking rock and going into rap that early on, because that was 85, 86?
86 maybe, yeah.
Yeah. That was like, wait a second, is that Led Zeppelin? Like, where's this, like, what's going on?
Howie, do you got one? Or should I circle back to you?
Yeah, circle back to me. I
liked when the Everly Brothers sampled Glenn Miller once.
Yeah, that happened.
I could take the easy route wrote out and go with the amen break, but I don't want to do that.
No, I mean, you think of a song that you can think of that has used samples or loops that you think is exceptionally good. It's a very well. I'm gurgling my words here. It was used well. Brian, do you have one?
Yeah. What about? I don't remember which hip hop song it is, but when they sample Kraftwerk.
Which hip hop song? Wait a minute. Who sampled? Kraftwerk? What was it? Tour de France?
I think so.
Oh no! I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the LA Dream Team. Dream Team's in the house with Trans Europe Express.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what you're talking about. LA Dream Team. Dream Team's in the house with Trans Europe Express is what you're talking about. Mine is. Go ahead, Bri.
I didn't know Kraftwerk in the 80s when I was a kid. So when I finally discovered them, I'm like, whoa, that it's crazy. It's two different worlds.
It works backwards that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially with young people. They'll hear a song from way back and say, oh, wait a minute. Is that where it came from? I was just watching a YouTube reaction with somebody who was listening to Lynn Collins Think About It for the first time. And they heard the Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. Yeah. Woo, kind of thing. And they're like, whoa, is that where it came from originally? They had no idea. But mine is this. And it's not a hip hop song. And it's not a dance song. It is a song by Simply Red. And it's called Sunrise. And it uses loops and samples from Hall & Oates' I Can't Go For That, No Can Do. And if you haven't heard it, treat yourself. It's a really good song.
Very cool.
Okay, I'm done. We can talk about other things now.
I was going to just say, even though, would you call it a sample or a steal, would be Woman to Woman by Joe Cocker, used as the song California Love by Dre and Tupac.
Well, I mean, anything like that. I was thinking...
to me, it's the Forget-Me-Nots and Men in Black.
Right.
Where it's like, here's the song. We're just going to talk over the actual melody.
Well, that's essentially what Sunrise is.
Yeah.
But he's singing over it. He's not rapping over it. It's really good. And it's the same thing that Rapper's Delight was, although they didn't sample it. The Sugar Hill Band played it note for note. So it's not actually Chic performing, but it's a Chic song.
Right.
But it's good times. It is. But they created it.
There was a guy like back in I think it was the 90s. It was a rapper named Lucas. He had a song called Lucas with the Lid Off. And I couldn't tell you what the sample was, but it was like a 40s kind of almost like a big band
right
type thing. Yeah, but look it up if you.
White Town did that with Your Woman. They used like some old 40s song and sped it up and looped it.
Yeah.
Or probably earlier than that, 20s, 30s, something like that. Some old obscure jazz track. I don't remember what it was. But that's White Town's Your Woman.
Yeah, I think everyone has sampled everyone, I think, at some point or another in their career.
Yeah, I would say so.
It's interesting. James Brown,
I was going to say
drummer.
That funky drummer is exactly what I was going to say. You look at that, and it's like people have made careers off that guy's back.
Pretty much. Yeah.
James Brown, Chic, George Clinton.
Oh yeah,
those are the big ones.
T-Funk. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
George
interesting.
Clinton's still alive?
Yeah. He's retired from performing.
He just gave the Red Hot Chili Peppers their star on Hollywood Boulevard last week. George Clinton.
Really?
My guilty pleasure is Parliamentary
Funkadelic.
Yeah, Funkadelic. Yeah.
Was he at Mobile Beat one year, or maybe it was NAMM? I saw him.
He was at NAMM.
Yeah,
see him and Bootsy a lot.
I see Bootsy a lot.
Both cool cats.
Yeah.
Super cool guys.
I did a show in LA called Hard Summer, and the night I was doing it, there was a stage off to our booth off to the right, and then the main stage off to the left. And the main stage had Skrillex, who was really hitting at the time. I think he just dropped New Year's Day. And over on the other side was Bootsy Collins. And you cannot believe the crowd Bootsy got. I mean, it was packed. Like, even though Skrillex was the hot thing,
yeah,
they were all over watching Bootsy. Well, the last time I did Movement, here were the top 4. The Sunday night end, they have 4 performers. Side stage was Diplo. Other side stage was Dubfire. Other side stage was Rez, like R-E-Z-Z, this girl who's on Mousetrap, who's very bass heavy. And then the main stage were all of the members of Wu-Tang.
All of the members of Wu-Tang. There was like 87 people.
There was like 13 people on stage. And I'm like, okay, Ghostface, RZA, ODB's dead. That's all I got. That's all I know is those 2. But they're all out there, and like every kid in the crowd, like including me, is like this, like, yeah, put those W's up. But we're all like, yes. I'm in Detroit. I'm like, I'm so hood. Look at me, credibility.
I found a copy of that I had and stashed away that I'd completely forgotten about. Wu-Tang Clan 36 Chambers.
Oh,
like an original pressing, and I looked it up, and the damn thing is selling for like $730 some bucks.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, you better keep this stuff down. Blanca starts hearing these kind of numbers. Your days are going to get shorter. Because she knows.
I was going to say something else. I was
my life insurance policy back there. When
I know, but that's my point. She's eventually going to go.
But you,
man, I can get a new Monte Carlo and go back to Puerto Rico.
My first thought was insure that your whole entire vinyl collection.
Can you?
Well, as long as you have pictures of something, you can claim it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you physically insure vinyl?
You can insure personal property, and if you have a photo of it and you can prove you had it, then they'll. Yeah. My brother just went through this. His whole house burned down. You got to have receipts or pictures of stuff, otherwise you didn't have it.
Video,
right?
Yeah, my insurance guy told me when I got my policy, went just the easiest way, and is video. Take the video and then have it somewhere else, because if your house burns down, you won't have the video. So put it in Dropbox, whatever. And he said, real valuable stuff, you need the serial number. And that's all I did, was just make a video, and I was golden. And thank God nothing burned down.
See, I don't get it. I've got Izzy Etzkowitz, who's also my insurer as well as my agent for this channel.
Oh, Izzy does everything.
He said cut and paste off the internet. He goes, just cut and paste the items that you own off the internet and give that to us at the end.
I have a lot of Fabergé eggs.
I get 20%.
Yeah.
I have one of the biggest Picasso collections on the planet. Oh, my Warhol collection.
Jay, what do you want from a guy named Izzy that works at a law firm and works on the corner selling hot dogs?
Well, and apparently I didn't realize he also does transmission work on the weekends.
I'm using Saul Rosenberg because he's good.
Taxes in April, right? Yeah.
Well, he doesn't call them taxes. He calls them pay me time. Pay me time.
Yes. You see what happens when I don't strong arm these guys to behave themselves. It's like this every week, Chris. Yeah. I apologize. This is what you.
Brian's got a leash, got the whip in one hand and the chair under the other arm.
No, it's just that somebody put a quarter in Howie this week. I'm like, oh my god, I'm normally over here.
I was going to say, Howie, I expected to be quiet. Remember the beginning?
I'm trying to control Jay, and Howie is like, yeah, what's going on here?
All of a sudden, now he's lighting up.
Yeah. I'm the quiet one.
Well, you were giving me straight lines. What can I do?
I think it's that F-bomb he dropped in the beginning. He got all diced clay. He's like, oh.
They're never going to expect this. Watch what I do.
Yeah, well.
It was an old lady that lived in a shoe. Wait, what?
Next week, there's going to be one guy short on the show, on the music show, and it'll be me.
No.
We'll just say Howie on the thing, and we'll just hear your voice. Okay, I guess I'm off air this week.
Yeah, it'll be like sports. Howie's been suspended for 30 days.
Howie, what do you think? Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to give him his Grammy, but he's not invited back, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, right. I resigned from the Grammys.
Yeah.
You're going to bring it with me? I'll bring it up with you first.
Yeah.
Take that.
Jay, you got me thinking of old Dice Clay tracks now.
I actually have that album.
I know. I think I might.
Old Mother Hubbard.
Yeah.
Little Boy Blue.
Yeah, he needed the money.
Needed the money.
Hey, $20 is $20, man. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
All right, let's put a
hand
fork
over
in
the
this.
side with the cigarette.
Yeah.
We were at Riviera one time, and he was playing there.
Yes.
I'm going to say this the only way I can. So if I offend somebody, I apologize. He comes walking up with the fanny pack, the cigarette on the phone, and he looked like a guy in West Palm Beach trying to make Early Bird Special with his wife someplace. Like, he just looked like, after this, we're going to Temple, and then I'm going to bed. It's 6 o'clock.
I remember him sitting in that little business office there by the back door. He just sit there.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did, but he's going there and sit.
Well, remember Tone Loc played? I think that was through you, Sparky.
Yeah.
Was that through you?
That was the year that Tone Loc not only performed, but then found himself sitting in front of slot machines for the next 4 days. And every time you went through the casino, it got to the point of like, hey, Tone, hey, man, what's up? And then boom, he'd just be gambling. And like, I'm like, somebody's like, hey, did you talk to Tone Loc? I'm like, no. They're like, yeah, he's over there gambling. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, you can go buy him a drink and everything. I'm like, he's not a novelty item. He's a person. What do you mean buy him a drink? Like, it's not an animal in a cage. Come on. It's Tone Loc. No, dude, the gambling.
Out of all the guys that I have worked with, and I didn't bring him to any of the shows, but I got the opportunity to meet him, but Biz Markie, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
But that dude was about as, I mean, he's been at House of Blues here, a bunch of other places, but one of the most real guys I think I've ever met. I remember I was hanging out with him. He had a white t-shirt on. You know, he always just had like a t-shirt on. And I'll never forget, man. It was just like he just got done eating a gigantic hot dog or something. And it just had like ketchup and mustard. That was like part of his outfit almost. It was
he was his own guy.
He was his own guy, man. But super nice guy. Always said hi to anyone. Always had time for a photo.
Nice guy.
Just a friend.
Super nice guy.
He played our
he's
booth.
He's just a friend.
Just a friend.
Just a friend.
He played our booth 2019. He's in the booth at Expo, and he starts spinning on the DDJ 1000 SRT, which we had launched there in 2019. And he's on it for like 5 minutes, and obviously this big crowd gathering, and my boss is like, take photos, this is great. And he goes like this to me, and I walk over and he goes, if I'm on this 5 more minutes, it's mine, right? Come on, I'm serious, man. Hook a brother up. Give me something. Why can't I have this? And I just remember being like, hold on. And I got my boss. I'm like, you want to go talk to him? He's like, yeah. What's his name? Like, okay. He thought he was some random DJ. I'm like, that's Biz Markie. Like, he's pretty famous. For what? I'm like, well, he had a hit like 50 years ago, but since then he's done a bunch of shows and people love him.
He was Get Fresh Crew. He was.
Yeah, no, he had a pedigree, but it was like, he didn't, like, if you don't know who he is, it's hard to explain why he's as popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there isn't that, because a lot of people have criteria of, well, he had a big hit with, like, you know, Just a Friend.
Yeah, it was mainstream.
Which was a cover. And he rapped on it. And then he had, you know, Get Fresh Crew. Oh, he did a TV show that Gabba Gabba.
Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yo Gabba Gabba.
Was he on there? Wow.
Yeah. He was the DJ.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I know the guy who was on that show did the music direction. Brian doesn't.
Beat of the day.
Yeah, beat of the day. Yeah.
Nice.
I think he's most famous, though, to a lot of DJs for being the only DJ on the planet to own Technique 45s.
Yes. We don't know where those are now.
His wife has them.
Oh.
I got that. My inside track tells me that. And someday on my deathbed, I'll tell the story behind them because I know the story, but I'm not saying it now.
Okay.
And
on that note, let's put a fork in this show.
Sounds good.
We had 2 surprise guests tonight. And, you know, next time, Brian, you join us, I need you to shut up because no one can get a word in edgewise. All right.
Yeah, really, Donald. Come on.
Chatty cat.
Word count under 7. You're getting up in there in the 10, 11 words. Brian should have told you. I apologize on his behalf.
Will you come back and join us, Chris?
Absolutely.
Good.
Man, it's been an honor, fellas.
You got to be here tonight when Howie's
Sparky,
not dropping F-bombs the whole show.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll see how many other jackets I've got I could throw on the shows.
So if you really want to see how good he looks in purple, it's Sparky B, "I'm the Man" music video.
Oh, before we go, let's just take us out in that, because I know there's no copyright infringements on this.
Oh my God!
Like, you don't own this or anything. I mean, it's not like you can flag me for doing this, or John.
I'm totally flagging you.
Is there a label that's got it, or do you own it independently?
It's Chris.
No. It's just mine.
Okay.
Oh my God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The time is right for me to put my rhyme on the scene with the hip hop link, because I'm rocking a microphone. So yes, telling me
like yellow.
Yes.
I'm digging it.
Looking like Barney in that purple.
It's a jam. What are you talking
You haven't changed a bit. Chris, what year was this? What year was this?
93.
93.
Yeah, somewhere right now, Donnie Wahlberg is fighting with somebody else about that purple outfit. I think maybe Hammer. I think Hammer and Donnie Wahlberg are both trying to take credit for it at the same time.
Oh, hey, Jay, that's what I wanted. Dude, that's what I started to tell you. So I found that purple outfit after years. I don't know, probably 7, 8 years ago. I found that purple outfit, like all folded up nice and neat, with a bunch of my other stuff from that time frame, a bunch of the other outfits.
Please tell me you tried it on.
I totally tried it on, dude. And it was so old. Do you guys remember the store Merry-Go-Round?
Yes.
Yeah.
I shopped there when I wasn't at Tello's.
Yeah.
It was like Chess King and Merry-Go-Round and all that. I'm pretty sure I bought that outfit at Merry-Go-Round, but it had the elastic in the waist and such.
Yeah.
And I went to put it on, and it had to have just shrunk, because I know I didn't grow that much over the years. So height wise, so I went to put this thing on, and just the material almost deteriorated. I totally wanted to wear it for like Halloween one year and go out as Sparky B, "I'm the Man," and see if anyone recognized me.
Right. The video has 29 likes on it, by the way.
The video has what?
29 likes on it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So I can see how people in Akron would recognize you if you wore the outfit around.
There you go.
You're getting a couple likes a year at this pace. You could get into the thousands. You'll be dead, but I mean, you could get into the thousands. Eventually.
Brian wants to know if it was ever released on vinyl.
Hold on.
This is where Brian goes like this. Actually, I have the remix right here.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I know it was probably cassette or something. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Look at that.
That's unobtainium.
Nice.
How many of those do you have?
All of them.
This one.
And
at some point they were selling for $4.99. Look at that.
Well, I'm gonna go on Discogs and see if I can find one.
Wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's funny you said that. So a couple friends over there. You know what I do have? I found a big box of the cassette single shells. Maybe I'll bring those.
Right.
Too. Maybe I'll bring those and hand them out.
Bring those and just sign them.
Yeah.
DJ Expo
and a
or
metallic
something,
Sharpie.
Right.
Now, before we end this real quick, I have to ask Sparky, because if you don't know the video, you won't know this. Sparky, who's the girl in white towards the end?
Oh, that bends down and goes. Oh,
yeah, that one.
It was just some
random.
Just a rando.
Yeah.
Okay.
My girlfriend at the time she's in the video in a red dress. So if you
okay.
Go back. I think
is that your wife
dress,
now, or that's no?
No. That was a long time ago.
Those chicks are old now. Come on.
I was going to say his wife probably wasn't born then.
Right.
Sparky's
probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. Yeah. No, she was. Hey, honey, how old were you in 1993?
12.
She was 5.
But I tell you, those chicks are old, man.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, man. So.
All right.
But hey, listen, again, it was a real pleasure, guys.
Come back and join us.
Yeah, no, you got to come back.
Come
Sparky.
back.
It was a pleasure, Sparky.
We'll have the road to Expo start in a month or two, and we'll have you like periodically come in and give reports about what we can expect when we get to AC.
Very good.
You see, Dowdle's already on top of I'm the Man. He just got his remix on Discogs. He's gone.
Well, Brian, you're always welcome in here on Tuesday nights. Same time every week. You're always welcome to come in and hang out with us. So thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we have a job next week. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Good night.